So now that we've been kind of working with the pendulum a bit and learning how it works and the yeses and the nos and asking those questions and kind of getting a little bit deeper into it and seeing how the pendulums work for us in our energy field, we now need to start asking questions like, can I manipulate this thing? Is this thing actually giving me accuracy, or am I the one deciding what it says? And the answer is you absolutely can manipulate it, and you can have it, go in your favor every single time if you wanted to. So now this starts feeling like, then why am I even using this in the first place if it can literally lie to me all the time? So one of the things is when we start working with the pendulum, it's important not to start asking really big questions right from the get-go, like, is this my person, my soulmate, right? Is it like the best decision to just quit my job today? Am I supposed to move out of this house and just jump into something different? These are all really good questions to ask at one point. However, especially when you first start working with it, you can energetically decide which way this thing goes. And so the first thing we have to do when we're asking questions is getting used to feeling that energy. So this is why we're asking things like, truth, my name is Charla. Truth, my name is Sandra, right? When we see that the pendulum's like, no, I'm not Sandra, right? Truth, I had a shower this morning. Truth, I had a bath this morning. We start asking simple questions and asking things about like what we want to eat and what we should wear, or anything really simply that's not major life changing. This helps you understand the frequency and the relationship that you have with your pendulum. Then once we start getting more comfortable, we can start asking questions. And when it doesn't feel like the yes or the no is 100%, so you'll feel that difference in the pendulum where you're kind of like, I feel like maybe there's some expectation here. We can use what is called a bypass mechanism. And so what that is we're just asking our body and our higher self to bypass any expectation that we may have, that we hold in this human vessel, where we want this person to be our soulmate, or we want to be able to just quit our job tomorrow, or whatever that looks like for you, right? Whatever these big decisions are that you're making. Is my person cheating on me? Like these big things where we already in our head believe that that is yes, true, or no, not true, you will manipulate it. So what we do is we say, truth, body, if I were to bypass any expectation that I hold toward the answer to this question, is it important for me to quit my job tomorrow to restart somewhere else? Now the pendulum's saying no. And previously it may have been saying yes, like, oh yeah, let's quit our job, fuck this place, right? Because that's what we want to do. We just want to get that easy answer. We want that pendulum to work with us and give us those answers. So we need to create that bypass. So don't get too caught up on the words. What I said doesn't have to be exactly what you say, cookie cutter. I'm just like, all right, body, bypass this. Tell me truth, right? Again, I'm in a place now where I'm getting more comfortable when I can tell when I'm lying to myself, right? I can tell when I'm manipulating the pendulum. And so then I re-ask the question. Sometimes changing how we ask the question is important, right? Is it important to stay? Is there something that I need to learn from this job that I'm at right now? No? Okay. So is there something that I'm holding myself back from at this time because of this job? Right? Instead of asking, should I quit my job? Let's ask questions about the job. This will help us bypass our expectations as well. Because what if there's a cord or a contract kind of holding you into that job? And all that's really required is to pull those cords and contracts out, to heal whatever we were supposed to learn and integrate those lessons so that we can move forward. Then the pendulum will be like, yeah, it's time to quit, right? Or your body will, your higher self will, that intuition. This is going to be really important as you move forward, to really pay attention when you can feel that pendulum kind of bullshitting you, because you're bullshitting yourself, right? And so you're going to have to work with it. So don't go ask big questions. Maybe test it a little bit right now, where you do test something crazy like that, and then go and bypass and be like, okay, if I were to bypass any expectations or attachments that I'm holding to this question, is this still true to me? Is this still truth? Is this vibration frequency actually what I'm requiring? We're going to have to play with these things as we move along, right? And so it's going to be something that you learn as you grow. It's kind of like that riding the bike, right? Where you really start learning how to ride the bike with the, the tricycle or whatever, where it's like, it's just easy because no matter what you move. And then eventually you go down to the training wheels, where it's like, now you have like brakes, so you can't go backwards, you can only go forwards, and you're getting better at learning, but it's still tricky at first. But you're figuring it out. It's like, the concept, you understand it. And then as you get deeper, you take those training wheels off and you just start trusting in yourself, right? And that's what it's about. The training wheels are kind of that's where the bypass comes in, and we start asking those small questions and start learning about it. Then once we learn, then we get comfortable with ourselves and trusting that we know when we're manipulating. And even if we don't think that we are, we can just bypass anyways when it's a big question and be like, okay, if I'm not holding any expectation, is this still true? Even if you don't feel like you're manipulating it, right? Because again, we have to learn it. So I'm going to leave you with that one for now, and I will see you in the next one.